If you ask 100 people what is the most effective way to grow a business, 90% of them will probably give you the classic answer. You need to do marketing to increase the number of customers. While not exactly wrong, this answer oversimplifies a lot how business growth actually works. If you were to follow it to the letter, in a couple of years you might even realize that it's not even the most effective way to do it. In fact, I've seen companies getting destroyed by the owner's obsession in pursuing this type of growth because he disregarded all the other aspects of a healthy business. I believe that this temptation to focus strictly on increasing the number of customers comes from the fact that many people don't actually know the alternatives. In this video, we'll look at the 3 ways in which you can grow a company and how they can be combined into a framework that will help you develop a proper growth strategy, one that actually makes you money. Let's start with the basics. When you boil it down to its essence, there are actually only 3 ways to grow a business. The first is to increase the number of customers, obviously. The second is to increase the average transaction value per customer. Basically, your customer will buy more every time he orders from you. And the third is to increase the number of transactions per customer, meaning that he will buy more often from you. These 3 methods can be combined into a system called the Customer Value Optimization Framework. If you already know about it, you can probably skip this video. But if you don't know about it, watch till the end, because it will likely change the way you think about doing business. It might even change the entire architecture of your business. You'd be surprised how many companies suffer from a fundamental flaw in their business model that leads them to stagnate at the same level for years. We'll talk more about that later, but now let's get back to this framework. Customer value optimization can be explained in 6 simple steps. The first step is to choose a traffic source. Naturally, you need a traffic source, because that's how you increase the number of customers. Finding a traffic source and getting new customers is the easy part. Just make sure you don't stop here like many people tend to do. The tricky part is turning this traffic into something profitable. Now, a traffic source can be anything. You have Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google search and Google display ads, Twitter, TV, radio, and so on. Traffic literally grows on trees, and you only need money to pick it up. No business actually has a traffic problem. Most have an efficiency problem, because they spend more on traffic than they get back in revenue and profit. Later in the video, you'll understand how this system solves this, but for now let's get back to the topic at hand. You have to pick your traffic source depending on where your audience is. For example, if you want to advertise to boomers, you won't find them on Snapchat or Twitter, but you might find them on Facebook or on TV. Also, you need to choose the right channel for the type of product that you're selling. Advertising on the radio or on Google search, when you're selling products with strong visual attributes like jewelry, might not be the smartest idea. But advertising on Google Display, YouTube or TV is smart. You can see some examples of traffic sources on screen now, as well as what objectives they are suitable for. The second step is to offer a lead magnet. A lead magnet is an appealing incentive that you give, like a guide, a free trial, a webinar, free ice cream, and so on. You give this lead magnet in exchange for a way to contact the customer, like an email, a phone number, or a subscription. If your business involves a physical location, then the purpose of the lead magnet is to attract people inside the store. It's pretty simple actually. You only need to think about what lead magnet to offer that actually makes sense for your business and your customers. Don't offer them something generic or basic, but be specific and helpful. The third step is to offer a tripwire. The tripwire is an irresistible offer that you give to those who displayed interest in the lead magnet. Its purpose is to change the relationship from prospect to customer. Usually you'll have to give something at a very low cost or even at a loss, so don't expect to make a profit from the tripwire. As stated earlier, the tripwire's purpose is to turn the prospect into a customer. This is the crucial part of your interaction with the customer. It's insanely hard to convince someone to buy your core product from advertising alone. But if you convince him to buy a tripwire, the chance of him buying your core product as well goes up tremendously. The step number 4 is actually the core product. Only after your customer bought your tripwire, you hit him with the core product. The core product is the main product that you're trying to sell, your flagship product. Usually this is where the money comes from. The biggest mistake entrepreneurs make is going directly from the traffic source to the core product. That's extremely hard to pull off, and even if you do, the conversion rate is very small. Few people will commit to buying your core product, especially if it's expensive, without having a previous relationship with your business. You have to wine and dine your customers first, and you do that with the lead magnet and the tripwire. If there's one thing you'll remember from this video, it should be this one. Stop going from a traffic source to a core product, and start using tripwires and lead magnets because they will increase the conversion rate of your core product significantly. The fifth step is the profit maximizer. This is what makes the difference between big corporations who know what they are doing and amateurs. I mentioned earlier that the biggest mistake inexperienced entrepreneurs make is to go from a traffic source to a core product. The second biggest mistake is not having a profit maximizer. A profit maximizer is a product that you can sell for high margins. It doesn't cost you too much to make it, and you can sell it for a high price. It usually bundles with the core product or comes after the core product. Technically, any product that you can sell after the core product is a profit maximizer. For example, McDonald's has that cheap ice cream that it uses as a tripwire to get you inside. Once you're there, they will sell you a burger, which is their core product. While they do make money from the burgers, their profit maximizers are the French fries and the sodas. This is why they always ask you if you want fries with whatever you're buying, and they always try to upsell you to the point of being pushy. They are perfectly aware that if they were to sell only burgers, that wouldn't be a great business. Another example is Best Buy and all the other electronic stores similar to it. Every time you buy a laptop or a PC, they ask you if you want extended warranty and tech support. That's their profit maximizer. Apple is another great example. They sell iPhones, Macs, and iPads, which are highly profitable on their own as core products. But they also sell you a bunch of accessories and dongles that are even more profitable relative to their cost of production. Depending on your business, you might need to experiment a bit to see what combo of core product and profit maximizer works best. But once you find the recipe, continue using it and stop experimenting. If you want to test new combos of core products and profit maximizers, test them on smaller sample sizes of your customers, and only when you find a new recipe that works, you push it to your entire customer base. The sixth and final step is the return path. If you did the lead magnet properly, you should already have the return path in the form of an email, a phone number, or a subscription. You use the return path to increase the number of transactions per customer. Or you can also use it to begin a new cycle and offer them a new tripwire, core product, and profit maximizer. The return path is very important. I mention this because it baffles me how many companies disregard it and they think that using emails is outdated or doesn't work. Email is still to this day the channel with the highest conversion rate. Also, it's free or extremely cheap, depending on which service you're using. Now, if at this point you looked at this customer value optimization system and thought to yourself that it doesn't suit your business, it might actually be your business the one who doesn't suit the market. This might be a hard to swallow pill, but this system has been used for decades and it works great. If your business stagnates and you're not using this system, the problem might be with you and your business model. Consider using it and see if it makes a difference. With this newfound perspective, let's recap some of the things in this video. You know that there are only 3 ways to grow a business. Increase the number of customers, increase the average transaction value per customer, and increase the number of transactions per customer. You use the traffic source, the lead magnet, and the tripwire to increase the number of customers, but also increase the conversion rate for your core product. You use the profit maximizer to increase the average transaction value per customer. And finally, you use the return path to increase the number of transactions per customer. And that's it basically. If you follow these simple principles, you should see a significant boost in your revenue and your profits. There's a bit more about the return path in my framework linked in the description. But as mentioned there, do not buy it unless you're serious about starting a business, you already own one, or you want to start investing. Speaking of investing, from now on I'll focus less on business-related videos and start focusing more on investing videos. I believe that it's in times like these when you can make significant gains if you know what to do. While the entire world is turning to shit, the last 2 months have been great for me. So the faster I get this information to you as well, the better. The next 12 to 18 months will be crucial, so I'll try to upload more often. See you next time.